Welcome everybody to the Echo Energy Wildcard AL Wildcard game tonight here at Guaranteed Rate Field. The Chicago White Sox take on the Kansas City Royals. Winner goes to Seattle as it's a one-game series, and we'll see the comparisons between these two teams. Very close in records. The Royals actually won more games against the White Sox this season. And both of these teams have long, proud fan bases. And we're getting ready here for what should be an exciting game as Mike Clevinger, gets onto the field with his teammates. As the fans go wild here in Southside Chicago, we're getting ready for the wildcard game. So today's pitcher on the mound is Mike Clevinger. Eddie, you got anything on this guy?
Well, he's definitely the ace for this White Sox team. White Sox not really known for their pitching this year. They invested a lot in the fantasy draft into hitting, but Clevinger is the ace, so he'll get the start today. They imagine they're probably going to put him out for as long as they can. Try not to let the bullpen get too many pitches, or at least too many innings as the first pitch is off the plate. And yeah, see how far he can go against this Royals lineup, which, I mean, pretty good hitting lineup altogether.
And the second pitch is just a bit outside, 2-0. To Dylan Carlson, who is the leadoff man today for KC. And here's the third pitch, 3-0, and Clevinger already in a bit of trouble as Kyle Lewis waits on deck.
He's definitely trying to get the outside part of the plate here against Dylan Carlson, just hasn't hit it yet. And he missed it all 4 times. That's the first batter walk from Clevinger to bring up Kyle Lewis.
I don't think Clevinger was happy about that call.
No, not at all. But first that goes off the plate as he goes high with that one and misses again. Kyle Lewis having a pretty good season for a number 2 hitter in the MLB. As he finally gets in the strike zone, 1-1. Aiming for the top of the zone, it looks like, to start this game off, or at least to start this at-bat against Lewis. See if he's trying to set up for some kind of dropping ball to get him to chase. Well, he certainly tried one there at the slider, but it was inside. Lewis let it by. Dylan Carlson, by the way, 9 stolen bases this season. Definitely doesn't seem to be looking for attempts as that slider fouled off. And the count's 2-2. Clevinger with the chance to put away his first batter.
2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Lewis on the slider. That's his first strikeout tonight, and there's one away.
Used that slider, I think, 3 straight pitches, and that time there was a lot more horizontal movement on it than Lewis was expecting. And that'll bring up Altuve, leading in practically every hitting metric except for home runs for this team. Most hits, most RBIs, most stolen bases, highest OPS, highest WAR score of the players in the field. They're certainly going to need him to have a good start to both this game and then the playoffs, assuming they make it there, as we see. Won the Silver Slugger Award this year. Second base.
And he drives that one deep.
At the warning track, it'll be Straw. He'll make that catch. And there's 2 away. Top of the first for the cleanup hitter, Joey Gallo. Sox fans feeling real energetic up in here.
Here's your Royals lineup. Carlson, Lewis, Altuve, Gallo, Belt, Swanson, Dominic Smith, and I got the rest here. Adley Rutschman and Tyler Estrada round out the lineup for the Royals. Anyways, here is Joey Gallo, the first baseman, as he takes ball 1 outside. Not a great batting average at all, but he definitely has some power. 32 home runs. I believe that did say. Yes, he does. And here's the 1-0 on the way.
Certainly have the best home run to hit percentage out of this team, or at least certainly is somewhere close, which gives him, the right to be a cleanup hitter, but to take that ball low. He's certainly going to need to show that home run power, or at least some sort of power, to keep earning his keep, although I don't know who else on the roster would really be available to replace sort of his talent in the field, as Clevenger will throw on to first. Carlson will jot back, and it's 2-2.
So here's the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll end the inning. Clevenger gives up one walk in the inning, and that's all the Royals get. We'll head to the bottom of the first with Straw, Edman, and Guerrero Jr. up for Chicago. And on the mound today for the Kansas City Royals is Sandy Alcantara. What do you have on Alcantara, Eddie?
Again, similar story to Mike Clevenger. Maybe doesn't seem to have the stats for it, but he is the ace on the Kansas City team, and they will certainly be looking to give him a good amount of quality time in the hopes that he can produce some solid innings, get them to the people they want in their bullpen, and not have them start to get their bullpen up earlier than the White Sox, as you see Miles Straw step up to the plate.
And he swung at the first pitch and broken bat. That'll be a foul ball.
Just off the bag there, too.
0-2. Yeah, just barely went foul. And strike three called. 100 miles an hour.
100 miles an hour. I think that was one thing I neglected to mention out of time, is that Alcantara, as you see his pitch sequence here, he can hit you with the sliders, then you give him the chance to throw that fastball, and look at the speed difference there. 9 miles an hour. You are not touching that. So this is probably going to be how he sets up a lot of these batters. Go slow, and then go fast when he needs a punch out. You see there, he goes to the sinker, which was 96 miles an hour, against Tommy Edman.
Yeah, Alcantara just has some absolutely nasty stuff. Great pitch selection from the catcher behind the plate, which I believe is Rutschman. Gave him some breaking balls first, and then hit him with the heat, and he just could not respond. A swing and a miss there from Edman.
That was a 98. He's capable of topping 100, but sometimes we'll see him go to a little bit slower, trying to pull some batters as the 1-2. Low.
Just a bit low.
Great. And you say that great idea from Adley Rutschman again. Let's get to him later in his rookie season, as he calls another one and puts it right on the line.
He just has good control as well, as you see those strikeout pitches for both of those batters. Just barely caught the zone, and he gets the call. Just absolutely amazing pitcher, as here is one of the best hitters in the AL, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., as he grounds that one to second, throws over to first, and the inning is over. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Alcantara. No score from either side as we head to the second inning. Here is the first baseman, Brandon Belt. I know I just called Gal the first baseman, but he's actually the DH today, and I apologize. Oh, no, he's in left field. Never mind.
Dominic Smith, who will be batting 7th as the DH, but
yeah,
Brandon Belt, best average on the team, pretty high in OPS. Definitely one of the guys you want to watch out for if you're looking at this Kansas City lineup, although he's just swung at an absolutely inside slider.
I mean, they put up the stats there showing that he's 1 for 10 against Clevenger, so he's not the best against Clevenger at all, as he swings and misses and goes down on 3 strikes. 3rd strikeout already for Clevenger.
Had some good stuff to start. Yasmani Grandal behind the plate certainly helping, as Dansby Swanson now comes up to bat the shortstop. First pitch, there's his horizontal slider, goes wide. Good season
Yeah,
for Swanson.
pretty solid season for Dansby, the shortstop. Known for defense a lot, but has had a little bit of a hitting along with that. As it's 1-1, swing and a miss on the slider. Clevenger is really using that slider to his advantage tonight. As here's the 1-2 on the way, and he chases the slider again. It's a strikeout. 4th strikeout for Clevenger. Just absolutely fooling batters on that slider. And here's Dom Smith coming up to bat as he takes the first pitch he sees for a ball. And here's the 1-0 on the way, and he takes strike 1 inside. Dom Smith, I would say, is definitely more of a hitter than a fielder, but his numbers have been a bit down this year than what you would expect from someone of Dominic Smith's capabilities. As here's the 1-1 on the way, and gets the call from the ump there, and now it's 2-1. As Clevenger kicks and deals 3-1. In trouble of walking his second batter tonight is Clevenger. And here's the 3-1 on the way, and that's ball 4. It's the second walk for Clevenger tonight, and Dominic Smith is now on for KC. And here is the young man, Adley Rutschman, playing catcher tonight, as he'll take that pitch just a bit outside. Definitely not having a great hitting season at all whatsoever, but he's doing great behind the plate, defensively, I would say. And he's just happy to be in the lineup as he rips that one to first, and Guerrero's got it, and the inning is over. And once again, it's another scoreless inning from Mike Clevenger. I don't know why I keep saying Garrett. But anyways, we head to the bottom of the second. Grandal, Seager, and Martinez are going to be up for Chicago. Here is Yasmani Grandal coming up to bat. An absolutely phenomenal season from the catcher. He can hit. He can do all the catcher things you want him to do, as he takes strike 1 from Alcantara. Sinker a bit down low in the zone. As Sandy readies himself. And he fouls off another sinker. That's 2 sinkers thrown in a row from Sandy. So I imagine he might throw something different here. Here's the 0-2, and he fouls off another sinker.
Definitely keeping himself alive to start. This is Grandal's best season by a long shot. He's certainly improved on his game as he fouls another pitch off. WAR score went up by a good amount.
Yeah, definitely.
Most home runs he's had in his career, most RBIs. Certainly a banner year for him, worthy of the number 4 spot. And I have a feeling that Alcantara got 2 strikes on him, but now you can see he's trying to get him to chase, trying to pitch around him, not give him anything easy in the zone, because these found balls can be turned the wrong way, and that circle changes out off.
He is fighting in this at-bat.
Absolutely.
He's fouled off a couple pitches, and Alcantara's trying to give him everything he can, as that's grounded up the middle, right back to Alcantara, and he'll throw over to first, and that's 1 away here in the bottom of the second. And so far, it's looking like a pitcher's duel tonight in Chicago.
Corey Seager can certainly change that, though.
Oh, yeah, he definitely can. But yeah, both of these guys are, like you said, are aces for both of their clubs, as Alcantara kicks, steals, and takes ball 1. Got the call from the ump. Just barely clipped the zone, but either way, as he fouls off that second pitch.
Seager's another player who, again, reasons why the White Sox have looked good, not as good as the Twins, but really good has been Seager's also improved his game a lot from previous years. I know it's hard to improve off of being a Silver Slugger, two-time Silver
Yeah.
Slugger winner a couple of years back, as well as getting Rookie of the Year. But he is certainly making himself known as he fouls off another one. That one might actually, nope, that one will land foul as well.
He
But
just barely missed that one.
no, he did. That was close. But this has been a good season for him. Let's see if he can find a put back the ball here against Alcantara. Alcantara again goes low. 2-2 count. This is a
I mean,
really
look at
dicey
this.
pitch.
Look at this lineup here. You got Guerrero batting third, then it's Grandal, then it's Seager as he
No, that one's
swings at that
grounded.
pitch
Alcantara.
way outside of the zone, and Alcantara will get another little grounder, and he'll throw it to first. And quickly 2 away.
JD Martinez steps up.
But yeah, also JD. It's like you got like 4 batters in a row with over 4 WAR, and they've just been phenomenal for the White Sox as Martinez takes strike 1 from Sandy. 1 for 10 against him in his career with 3 Ks, so not the most ideal at bat as he takes a second pitch for a ball. And here is the 1-1 flown into center. That should be playable. Under it,
Lewis
makes
makes
the
the catch.
catch. And the inning is over. We'll head to the third. Still scoreless. And still hitless for both sides. So here's the 9th hole hitter for the Royals. That is Tyro Estrada. As Clevenger gets back on the mound, he kicks and deals. And swing and a miss on the slider, strike 1. Looks like the slider is definitely his go-to pitch here tonight, Eddie.
Certainly is. I would say that he has been using it effectively. It's gotten him a good amount of strikeouts, especially since sometimes you can see sometimes some of those sliders have a little bit more horizontal movement than they usually do. Throw people off. That one had a minimal amount of it, and that's how it caught the corner. But Clevenger's kept him scoreless, which is a good start, but I think he's gotten through. I mean, you look at Alcantara doing 2 innings of no hits and no one getting on base, and Clevenger, getting to the bottom of the order faster than him.
Ooh.
Definitely not something that gives you a lot of confidence. As that ball was just off the plate. 2-2.
Just a bit. And he drives that one into
that's
center, but it's playable. And
Straw will get under
first
it.
out of the inning. Seems like the ball is dying at her, or they're just barely getting it off the bat. But anyways, we go back to the top of the order. Dylan Carlson, he walked his first time up, as he's the leadoff man for KC. As here's the pitch, and he'll take the strike. Curveball.
Yeah, interesting. That was a 12-6 curveball too. That was a lot of downward movement as
Yeah.
he goes for a low fastball. He's pulling out some stop. He knows he can't throw the slider forever, so it's nice to see him diversifying his portfolio a little bit as he goes to the slider and Carlson fouls
He
it
almost
off.
hung that slider.
He did. That was close.
Yeah, that was almost
Carlson will
dangerous.
walk. And he
But
makes
anyways, he's ahead in the
something
count
else
now.
Up, tries the curveball again. Doesn't work that time.
There's a 2-2 on the way, and swing and a miss.
Ooh.
Fastball up high in the zone. And that's 2 outs. 5th strikeout for Clevenger.
That pitch was fired right by him. No chance. Using the slider and the curveball to set him up for the fastball. Great work out of both Clevenger and Grandal as Kyle Lewis comes up to
Kyle
bat
Lewis.
now and swings to another nasty slider.
Yeah, but I feel like if he keeps using the slider here, I think these KC players will eventually figure it out, and that might be a problem for Clevenger as Lewis
Right
drives that
there.
one deep into center, back towards the wall,
wall,
and barely
ranging
makes
catch.
the catch. And the inning is
Miles
over.
Straw to the warning track. And that'll end the inning. Duval, Candelario, Peralta up next. When we come back, it's the Echo Energy AL wildcard game.
And here is Adam Duvall. batting 7th in the lineup for Chicago.
Adam. You ball.
As Alcantara back on the mound, he kicks and deals, and that slider's just a bit high. 2021 Gold Glove winner in right field last year for the Braves, I believe.
Makes
But,
him a valuable asset to this team.
Yeah,
After a lot of hitting, is that ball straight to center field? Lewis will,
easily
well, he'll
playable
easily
for
get under
Lewis.
it. Lackadaisical little grab there, and this one out.
Batting eighth. The third baseman.
Bring it
Gamer.
up.
Candelario.
I'll bring up the inner Candelario.
Really having an interesting season, Candelario. He's had a better one statistically, but at the same time, he grounds that one to the second baseman. That's gonna be a quick play from Altuve. He'll get him out though. And just like that, I don't even need to say anything about Candelario. There's 2 outs, and we will go to the 9 hole as Alcantara has gotten 8 straight batters. Will attempt to get all the way through. This is David Peralta now. Bit of a surprise to see him up here. 52nd at bat of the season.
Yeah, I think manager Mike Matheny is deciding to put the lefty into the lineup as he, or not Mike Matheny, Tony La Russa, to put the lefty in the lineup against Alcantara. See what happens there as count is even 1-1. Here's the pitch and inside 2-1. So Peralta gets ahead in the count here. Here's the 2-1 on the way. Fouls off the curveball. And we're back to even 2-2. And Alcantara winds, kicks, deals, and that
That's in
is
the
going to
gap.
get down for a hit. And that's the first hit of the ball game. Peralta is on. And the top of the order is coming up.
The center field.
Kyle Lewis did all that he could to get to that ball, but
Yeah, it's just one of those blue
ended up being
pins.
a one-hopper, thankfully. And that'll leave Miles Straw up to bat. Got out
It's
his
one of
first
those
time.
bloopers
Mm-hmm.
as he swings and misses at the slider.
92
Both of
miles
these
per hour
teams-
slider there from Alcantara. Jeez.
Yeah, that's some power there. Both of these teams definitely not seeing the slider very well. As 0-1 on the way, and that's just a bit high, 1-1. Peralta on first. Here's the 1-1 on the way, and he fouls off the sinker. 97 from that sinker ball.
Let's see what Straw can do here, because he's got 44 stolen bases this season, so we know he's fast, but he's got a runner in front of him. So,
A runner
he
that-
almost swings at that one.
Yeah, check swing there. Did not go. And
Peralta-
Peralta's not the fastest runner.
No, so that ball gets, if he gets one of the gap, which
And
he
he
might have,
drives that
that one's
one,
gonna be up.
but it looks like it's going to be playable for Lewis, and that'll end the inning. One hit given up, but that's all the White Sox will get. We'll head to the top of the fourth. Altuve, Gallo, and Belt are coming up for KC. Welcome back to the Echo Energy AL wildcard game. Here is Jose Altuve, the second baseman. Like we said when he first came up to bat, he is probably the best hitter on this team currently. Leads the team in hits, RBIs, stolen bases, OPS, and WAR, as he'll take the first pitch he sees for ball 1. And here's the second pitch, another slider, just a bit outside. 2-0.
That was the last time Clevenger had a 2-0 count. I don't think he had one in the third. This. As he tried
Altuve
to, he
just missed that one.
tried to pound the fastball in the zone there. Altuve managed to get a beat on it, but not enough of one.
Yeah, definitely not. As he fouls
the
off that
12-6.
curveball. And Clevenger
This is
gets
where-
back even.
You don't want to swing at that one if you're Altuve. Then you're giving Clevenger the confidence to use that curveball.
Yeah, you're giving
throughout the
him the
game to replace
advantage.
the slider as he fouls off the slider there. one of the things of these pitchers versus batters is you don't want to let a pitcher get confident. 'Cause they're going to start using that ball. That's a
Full count.
really unfortunate slider out there. As see Gallo on deck again. This is the heart of the order for the Royals. Two of their best hitters and their biggest, I guess, home run threat in the 4-hole in Joey Gallo. Clevenger's going to want to sit Altuve down right here in the full count pitch.
And strike three. Called outside. What a pitch.
That was painting the side of the plate right there.
The left fielder.
From our
Absolute
swing, I mean,
paint.
that's just on the plate. That's just over the plate. I mean, Altuve looked at it like he had no chance. I'll bring up Gallo. We'll ground this
And
one
Gallo
past
grounds that up
Clevenger.
the middle.
Oh,
Bobbled a bit,
still got
but
him.
Straw gets it there in time. Or was
That
it
was Edmund.
Seager?
Strauss
Oh,
in center
Edmund.
field. Edmund's the second. Yeah.
Bell.
I
With
should
the
probably
faster
look at
guys in the
sheet. My
lineup
bad.
though, so it's not a. They're the speedsters. That's not that big of a difference, but that'll bring up Belt.
And
Again.
Belt. And I'll take that fastball up high for strike one.
See there, he's 6 strikeouts against Clevenger, and things might not change.
And
Oh,
he
he's gonna
rips that
drop
one.
this one.
That
It's gonna
could
be a
be
big
trouble.
run. Got it.
But the way that was
Edmund makes
shifted,
it again. Yep, the shift almost
perfect
cost him,
for
but
Edmund.
Edmund was fast enough.
so anyways, we'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning here. Still scoreless. Welcome back to
Ignorant.
Guaranteed Rate Field. It is the Echo Energy AL Wild Card. As Alcantara gets back on the mound, we're still scoreless here on the south side of Chicago. But Tommy Edman batting second, he's coming up to hit. As Alcantara kicks and deals, and oh, that slider did not look good. Ball one. 2 for
Edman hasn't
11
been the-
against Alcantara.
I was about to say the same thing. Edmund isn't that great against Alcantara, but if he gets on base with Guerrero and Grandal, that makes things a lot more difficult for this pitcher, as that ball's going to be skied left of third base for a foul. So this is
Yeah.
a big one. If Edmund can produce, then he gives a lot of leeway to Vladdy and Grandal. Maybe to
It's a
put
1-1
run
on the
across.
way.
He is
and that
going
is
to go.
nice play by
Tyro Estrada.
Estrada.
Now batting. First baseman.
Seemed like he was a bit in there, but he made the catch. As Guerrero has a ton of power. He's up to bat now. I think he's the best hitter on the team, but it's really hard to say when you got a bunch of other great batters right behind him, waiting for their turn to bat as he rips that one to the other field, but it's foul. So that'll even the count. As Alcantara kicks and deals, and he drives that one down the line, and that's going to be foul. He just missed that one.
Ball couldn't drop in time. As you see there, Alcantara showing why he kept the White Sox scoreless through 3 1/3. Very high strike count as that ball fouled off a 99-mile-per-hour fastball high and outside. Vladdy showing he's got the power. And he
Guerrero's
make it
definitely-
stick.
He's definitely showing that he's catching up to these pitches as that's driven
Mm-hmm.
once again foul.
You think this might play into the mind of Matinee? Going into whether to give Alcantara another go-through of the order, as that ball is going to be
Popped up.
popped.
Should be an easy
Vlad,
play for Belt.
yep. Belt's going to get underneath it. 2 away.
Now batting.
Yeah, I think that might play into the strategy for Mike Matheny
Grandal.
as here's Yasmani Grandal up to the plate.
Yeah, because if Vladdy is hitting those shots, there's no telling what he could do the next pitch. The next time he comes around to bat, if it's the same pitcher as
What
wow,
a
96
sinker.
Tinker just absolutely fooled the Grandal there.
That was beautiful. As here's Alcantara, and he fouls off another sinker. 98 miles an hour on that pitch. Just absolute gas coming from his right arm. As here comes the 0-2 on the way. Almost hit him.
You can hear the boos at a Guaranteed Rate Field right now, going after Grandal's knees like that.
Yeah, no,
Not
you
a popular move there.
don't want that to
And-
happen as he fouls off the slider. definitely doesn't look like he has that much control on his slider compared to Clevenger.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of leaving it up high in the zone and then almost hit Grandal.
Oh, he
And
tried
he
it
hits,
again.
almost hit him again.
I can't tell at this point if this is Alcantara losing control or if he's trying to get Grandal to back up, but we're gonna find out in this 2-2 pitch.
And
Curveball was
3-2.
low. I think this is control issues, and that's not a good sign when you got someone like Seager on deck, especially if he walks Grandal in this full count
There's
pitch,
3-2,
which he
and
does.
that's ball 4. Got ahead of him 0-2, but Grandal battles back,
Batter number 5.
and he gets on base.
Shortstop,
And here is Corey Seager.
Seager.
That's the thing about this lineup. If you let any of the guys in front of them on base, you might get hurt. Because Seager can
Right.
absolutely drive the ball out of here. So here's the
Yep.
first pitch, and it's called a ball.
He's that was close as. Oh, you see there, he had the highest batting average
Yeah,
of
so
anyone
the
in
AL batting
2022.
champ as he grounds that sinker foul. Count is even. And Alcantara gets set, kicks, deals, and that slider once again not having great control on that pitch, and that will be outside for 2-1. And here's 2-1 on the way. Grounded foul. Finally got it in the zone, but almost got crushed because of it. So I think if I'm Rutschman here, I would not call the slider with this next pitch as the 2-2 on the way. Strike 3
Oh, he
call.
went to the sinker.
Strike 3 looking, and Seager is down, and Alcantara keeps the game scoreless. We'll head to the 5th inning. No score. Welcome back. We got Dansby Swanson now batting for KC. As Clevenger kicks and deals, and he'll take ball 1 just a bit outside the fastball. Here comes the 0-1, and he fouls the next pitch off. That'll even the count. Looks like he's using his fastball to attack Swanson to start off this at-bat. As here's the 1-1 on the way. Slider just a bit outside, 2-1. Clevenger has had a good start so far. Here's the 2-1. Make that 3-1. He's had trouble with some walks, but hasn't allowed them to get to second or third base so far tonight. As here, and that's
gonna
one
drop.
in the left field. And that's the first hit for KC tonight. And the
Into
leadoff man
Peralta.
is on. That could be trouble.
The batter,
It could be.
the designated
I mean, you've got Smith and Rushman, and they've combined for 100 RBIs this season, so they know how to get bat to ball, especially if Belt can get in a scoring position. Although, actually, no, it's Swanson. Swanson's stolen a base. I don't imagine they'll try and have him do it here. I think with Yasmani Grandal's power, you don't want to like test that, especially in a 0-0 game. Feel bad for Peralta though. That ball just dropped right in front of him. He had no chance. He had to.
Yeah, he had to play it on a hop as Smith grounds that
Absolutely.
next pitch foul.
And we saw
And
that
it's,
earlier in the NL Wild cover. Michael Conforto let up 2 runs, gave up some extra bases, trying to go for a blue single and missing it. So who knows? Maybe people are learning from mistakes of the past. As that ball
Swing and a miss.
swung straight through. That was a changeup out of Clevenger.
I think that's the first time. I think that's the first time he's thrown the changeup tonight. I don't think I've seen him thrown that. But what a pitch there. And that's the first stud of the inning.
Here comes Rushman. The rookie was very highly touted as they
And there
did
goes
try it, and he
Swanson,
got it.
and he is safe. Aggressive base running here by KC, trying to get the first run of the game.
Oh, a slow pop time out there out of Grandal there. You really want to be near the 1.6, 1.5 if you want to get someone. And yeah, Swanson had the speed. And now Rushman, runner in scoring position. Can the rookie drive in a leading run in a postseason game?
Can he get his first clutch moment of his career as he takes ball 1 up high?
Absolutely.
And that'll even the count. Fans trying to cheer on their White Sox to get out of it As here's the 1-1 on the way, just inside. And that's going to be 2-1. Clevenger kind of losing it here a bit. But as we saw in the last inning, Alcantara figured it out. We'll see if Clevenger can do the same. Here's the 2-1 on the way. 3-1.
Ooh. You don't want to give a 3-1 pitch to someone with a runner in scoring position. You're giving them the chance to put one in the gap. What does Clevenger go to here?
3-1 on the way, and that is ball 4. 2 men are on.
And it's Estrada.
The batter, the third
This is not ideal. If Estrada gets on,
Estrada.
top of the order's going to be coming up.
Absolutely. This is they're really gonna look for double play ball. I'm wondering if that's what Grandal's gonna give Clevenger. Just every pitch is a ground ball if he doesn't make the best contact with it. As he goes
That
for a high
cutter.
cutter there, you see there.
He's throwing
Part of the
some pitches.
strategy.
I don't think he's
Yeah,
thrown
he
a
is.
changeup or a cutter tonight, but he's trying it right now. And another pitch up high, 2-0. He's definitely losing control of the strike zone in this inning, more than Alcantara was in the last inning. And this might cost him if he can't get out of this jam. Here's the 2-0 on the way, and that's
Oh, it's
3-0.
He's
Carlson
losing control. He
on
can't
deck.
shoot like he used to. This is an important pitch. What did the third base coach give to Estrada? Does he swing through? No,
Nope.
Clevenger leaves
Ball
it.
4.
Bases loaded. 1 out. It'll be Dylan Carlson, the right fielder. Walked in the first. Pretty quick out. Leaving the
Just
third.
got to put it in play.
Yep.
Put it in the air somewhere.
Oh,
and
he
he
might
might
have.
do that. That might drop. That's gonna
Nope.
be caught. But Swanson is gonna try to tag. Here's the
Got
play,
him.
and he's out. They
Miles
got him.
Straw with a running catch and throw out. Grandal takes it, puts it right to Swanson, and that'll end the inning. We're going to the end to the top of the 5th. We're going to the bottom. Still 0-0 in the AL wild card. Man, he tagged him on his head.
Wow. So here is JD Martinez coming up to bat.
The designated hitter.
As Clevenger got out of the jam in the top of the 5th thanks to Miles Straw. Swanson tried his arm, even though Straw was definitely playing a bit shallow, as the first pitch is a ball, a sinker, down low in the zone. And here is the 0-1 on the way, and that's called a ball, even though that clipped most of the strike zone. JD gets the
Interesting call.
advantage.
Yep, where does Alcantara take this next pitch? I mean, it's Martinez, Duvall, and Candelario, not a,
I mean, you got to worry about Martinez, as that slider's called a
course.
strike.
yeah, 102 RBIs. Definitely worry about him getting a hit, but Duvall and Candelario, maybe. We'll see what Alcantara thinks. Yeah, he's going low there. Maybe Alcantara thinks even if I put Martinez on, Duvall and Candelario I can easily get. Bottom of the order, probably confident after getting Guerrero Jr. and Grandal out pretty quickly as he gets a sinker to
3-2.
drop. Full count. What's the play?
What's the plan? And he swings at
Oh,
that
he
ball,
tried the
grounds
slider.
it to Altuve. And that's the first shot of the inning.
Now batting, right
He hit the outside slider, and Martinez made contact, but not good contact, and that was easy picking for Edmund.
Yeah, I mean, you got to swing at that pitch either way, or else you're going to strike out in that scenario. But Adam Duvall now up to bat as he takes that pitch up high for ball 1. And here's the wind and the pitch. And that sinker outside. 2-0 as the first 2 batters get ahead of Alcantara here. And he takes that pitch for strike 1. So now it's 2-1. Here's 2-1 and
Oh.
takes strike 2.
Duvall,
That was some
Duvall
good
definitely looked like he
location.
wanted to swing there. Had to pull his bat back, but that was in the zone.
Yeah, as he
He chopped
fouls
a
off
circle
that
change.
circle changeup. So here's the 2-2 on the way from Alcantara, and he fouls off that slider.
How long can Duval take Alcantara? And what can he do? As that, ooh,
That was
triple
way
team is off.
outside.
Really wanted to chase there. Duval doesn't give him what he wants. Now it's full count. An interesting guy to get on. He has 3 stolen bases this season.
3-2 on the way as he drives that one
Oh,
deep
boy.
into left field, back at the wall, and it's gone! A home run from Adam Duvall, and the White Sox take the lead. 1-0 here at Guaranteed Rate Field.
That was very close to getting caught there. Lewis did look like he had a beat on it, but Duvall, you get a hold of that 3-2 pitch, you force him to put it in the zone, and he made him pay. That ball, yeah, first couple of rows there it landed.
The batter,
Yeah,
the third baseman.
that was an absolute hanger from Alcantara, as that's going to be
Oh.
driven deep. But Lewis, that is playable, and he makes the catch second out of the inning. And if
But
you're
Duvall-
KC right now, you want
No left field.
Alcantara to walk back in after giving up that home run and at least just get out of this inning. As here is David Peralta up to bat.
It's really interesting. This is, you talk about clutch postseason moments. How about the guy with the worst batting average in your lineup? Is what would be his 21st home run of the season, 52nd RBI. I mean, guy with you look at his stats and you're like, this guy seems like an easy out, and you tank a full count pitch from one of the best pitchers in the AL to give your team the lead. You can't write that, but that's the MLB postseason for you.
Yep, 100%. As here's the
Alcantara's
2-1 on the way,
2-1.
fouled off, and that'll even the count. White Sox looking to extend their lead, and that sinker just inside. Full count once again. And it's 3 full counts in this inning, as here's the 3-2, and he golfs that one into center, and that'll be playable for Lewis. And that'll end the inning. But one run does score off the home run by Adam Duvall. It's 1-0 White Sox as we head to the 6th inning. So speaking of Kyle Lewis, he's coming up to bat here with his team down 1-0, looking to get on base. As Clevenger kicks and deals, and Lewis drives that one down the line. Is that going to be fair? And over the wall. That's a ground rule double.
Now batting,
Peralta couldn't
And it
get
looks-
to it.
Jose Altuve.
And yeah, he put that one right next to the L pole going up those stairs.
He almost
And
drove that one out of here, but perfect timing for Altuve to come in clutch again for this team as he checks swing there on the slider.
you talk about it,
Definitely
Jose Altuve, the postseason experience he has at Houston, how great of a player he's been this year, all the Silver Slugger awards, and realistically, as he
Oh, he
golfs
just
one
missed that
foul,
one.
realistically, with the speed, as you see there, All-Star this year, realistically,
He was an All-Star.
if Altuve can get one to drop in the outfield, you would imagine Lewis is fast enough. If they tell him to run, he's going to make it home. Probably
Yeah,
beat
he's
the
going to
throw,
easily make it
as he's
home as
gonna
that's
get
ripped
that
down the
one
line. That's a foul ball.
too.
He's just missing those pitches just a bit. And Clevenger's like wiping his head as here's the 0-2 on the way, and that's grounded
Oh.
right to Guerrero. That'll at least move up Lewis up into third base. So that'll be the first out of the inning.
The left fielder.
It leaves the sacrifice fly chance to Joey Gallo, who can definitely get a ball into the outfield with the power he has. But you see there, he's struck out and ground out so far. And it's
But
a
you never
question
know.
of whether he can do it. You never know, though.
Here's the pitch from Clevenger as he fouls off the changeup. Clevenger is just hanging a bunch of pitches here, and everybody just seems to be missing them. could definitely be a different story if everybody got a hold of those pitches. As that's
Oh,
a
speaking
fly
of getting a
ball
hold of
deep
it,
in the left field. That'll be playable. And tagging up from third is Lewis, and he's going to score. This game is tied.
nice little bit of small ball, ground rule double. Builder's choice into a flyout. Peralta's definitely the type of guy you want to hit it to. He's defensive minded, not really power minded. And you look at it, if you look at his batting statistics, so good play there. And yeah, we're back to a 1-1 game. Now the question is, what will the managers do pitching wise? As Clevenger and Alcantara have already given up runs. At least Clevenger has a familiar foe, and by familiar foe I mean a familiar person he's put down quite a bit this season, and Brandon Belt.
There's the 0-1 to Belt as he fouls off that slider. And I think, as we see the pitch count for Clevenger, 80 pitches in the 6th inning, so maybe he'll show up for the 7th as Grandal walks that pitch. But I think we'll probably see some bullpen action here soon from both managers, as that is a fair ball.
Oh boy.
And into the opposite field. That could roll all the way to the wall. Belt's going to try for 2, and he will get there. It's another double in the inning for KC.
Yeah. That was an interesting shift they had right there. The third baseman was almost playing just right where the shortstop would be, and Candelario had no chance of getting to that ball.
Yeah, because the way the shift works is because Belt's a lefty, so he probably grounds out to the right side all the time. But if you beat the shift, the easiest way is to go to the opposite field.
And that oppo shot puts a runner in scoring position for Swanson.
And
Swanson
Swanson
is gonna
just
leave that
barely
one.
missed that one.
Leaves it right. I would question Brandon Belt's speed again as a first baseman, but I don't know if Swanson can get something over his head, over the head of the
2-1.
outfielders. Maybe he can get there.
We got some
They are
bullpen
warming
action.
up Stevenson and Buckner. The righty and a lefty there.
Double
Wouldn't be
barrel
surprised to see
action.
Either of these guys. Yep. Not
I
the
imagine
best in terms of ERA for them, but might be a Stevenson type situation, as that's a great slider.
It's a
up the
beautiful
bottom.
slider. I imagine if Clevenger can't, if Swanson gets on base, then perhaps LaRussa does go to the bullpen, but we'll see. Here is the 2-2. As Clevenger kicks and deals, and he'll take that for a ball, and that'll be a full count. So the 3-2 on the way, and that is fouled off, and that was like right down the middle of the plate. Swanson missed that one, but at least it was a foul ball. He'll get another chance here. Here's the 3-2 on the way, and he rips that one foul. Just barely
He
got a hold of
swung.
that one.
He looked like he barely did. That was a defensive spray I hit it swing than anything else.
Here's the 3-2, and he
Fouled
fouls
it
off
off again.
another one. Battling in this at-bat.
Gonna go to 9 pitches. This is gonna be interesting because at some point Clevenger might have to think, I gotta throw this outside the strike zone. Is this the pitch where he tries it?
Maybe. Here's the 3-2 on the way, and Swanson drives that one deep into left field. Peralta back towards the wall, and he'll make the catch, and the inning is over. Swanson barely missed that one, but we are tied once again. Miles Straw, Tommy Edmonds, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the top of the order is coming up in the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, the Echo Energy AL Wild Card. Got some exciting stuff going on in this game. We got 2 runs. 1 for each team, as Miles Straw, the leadoff man, batting as he swings and misses at the slider. 0-1 for Alcantara at 82 pitches. And the slider way outside for Straw. That'll even the count. 1-1 on the way, and that's driven into the opposite field, and it stays up in the air. And that'll be a catch for Dylan Carlson, so that'll be the first out of the inning. Got a bit lucky there, definitely. Seemed like that was going to be falling, but it just kind of stayed up in the air a bit. As here's Tommy Edman, the switch hitter, batting second, 0 for 2 today. as Alcantara kicks and deals, and that's
Ooh.
caught by
Wide
Estrada.
out.
Now
Yep.
batting. First base.
It looks like
Estrada
this
ranged
might be a
out.
quick inning here for Alcantara, but I might have just jinxed it as well. So here's Guerrero, a man with a ton of power, but we haven't seen that at all today as he is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. He
Golf
was
swings
thinking
this
about the
year.
fences there. Went chasing for that sinker. So the count is 0-1. Fans on their feet here at Guaranteed Rate Field on the south side. And grounded to third.
Oh.
Estrada
Oh, what a
barehanded.
barehanded catch from
And-
Estrada.
And what a quick inning for Alcantara as we head to the 7th inning. Tied 1-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
And we're going to the bullpen here. Ryan Butcher? Is it Butcher?
I believe it's Buchter.
Buchter? Okay, that
Yep.
I'm going with whatever you say. But anyways, definitely not the best ERA, but whip is a little bit better. As he'll be facing Dominic Smith, batting left-handed. So obviously, LaRussa deciding to go with the lefty.
Certainly an interesting pitcher. Kind of got worse as he went on, but has had a decent enough season here. Of course, making the postseason roster for the Sox. I wouldn't imagine he goes farther past the 7th, as that ball's going to get popped up. Eagle will get under it,
Be a play.
and that'll be one out.
1 out.
The batter. The catcher. Adley.
That's pronounced Butcher. Like book.
Ah. That's on my
All right.
note.
So
Rutschman,
anyways,
the
here's
rookie
the
backup.
switch hitter. Switch hitting catcher Adley Rutschman. As Buchter kicks and deals, and that cutter just a bit outside. Ball 1. And definitely in situations like these, you can't really do much for switch hitters as he just barely fouls that one off.
What's interesting to note for Buchter is that this is the most innings he's pitched in a regular season since sort of his younger days, 2016, 2017, back when he was with the Padres and, a bit ironically, the Royals. So
Eh.
what you're really seeing is a guy who's put himself not really as a veteran, but just sort of having the year
As
he needed to
Rutschman,
keep a job, as that's going to get down.
he's trying for 2. Here's the throw from Peralta, and safe. And that's another double for KC. They've been playing a lot of small ball in these recent innings, and
To me, Peralta here looks like he kind of lackadaisically, makes a good pickup, but you see that, like, sort of lackadaisical throw back in. The shortstop of Seager obviously trying to get the out at second because Richmond was pushing it, and now Estrada's the runner in scoring position with a chance to take the lead.
he'll take ball 1.
As Estrada walked in the 5th. Now against the new pitcher, tries to drive in a run. Leave Ryan Buchter. Hey.
So here's the next
Ooh,
pitch,
his
and that's
apple's gonna get up.
driven. That
That one
could
might
get
get in the
down.
gap.
That might get down, and it's
Oh, it's a
caught.
wall.
Nice catch by Straw, but that'll allow Rutschman to tag up to third. Some nice
That
space
was a
running there
great
by
running
Adley.
catch. If he doesn't get there, that ball is off the wall, and that probably
Yeah,
and that
100%.
will easily score. Ruckman for second. So a great catch to save a run. And now all Buchter has to do to get out of the inning is get Carlson just out the way possible. That's Fleur. He swung with a Fleur there. Haven't seen that pitch in this
Interesting
game from anyone.
Pitch selection.
Got it to work though.
Yeah. Carlson, the last chance for KC in this inning to drive in Rutschman as he is 90 feet away from home plate. As here is the 0-1 on the way. And that is
We
into
dropped
the opposite field.
it.
That's going to get down. It's a base hit. And Kansas City has taken the lead.
The center fielder.
Dylan Carlson with a bloop single. Definitely no chance for Adam Duvall to get there. Wow, he ranged way inside on that pitch. Saw the swerve again and said, I'm going to take a chop at it. And he did, in fact, chop it. Chopped it over the second baseman's head. No one had any chance. And now the Royals sitting in the driver's seat for at least a brief second. First time they've been able to say that all game. Kyle Lewis coming to bat now.
Can I just say that is some great hitting there by Carlson, just absolutely
Oh, yeah.
reaching for that pitch inside and driving it to the opposite field as count is even
I mean,
against Kyle Lewis.
that was an
Doubled on his
inside
last
low
AB.
corner slurve that he just took a might as well swing at and got it, as this one's going to go to the shortstop, will throw to second, get the out, and that'll be the inning.
But damage is done. KC takes the lead on an RBI single by Dylan Carlson. We'll head to the bottom of the seventh. White Sox looking to respond. They're down by 1 run. As Yasmani Grandal, one of the best hitters for the Sox, is coming up to bat. Alcantara still in the game right now. This might be his last inning. I'm not sure if Mike Matheny is warming up anybody. Oh, yes, he is.
He is.
Tyler Wells and
Wells
Joe
and Kelly.
Kelly.
And those are their two bullpen guys, so given it is the bottom of the seventh, those two guys are probably going to work the eighth, and they might go to Blyer in the ninth.
Yeah. Oh, he
But it's
took a
up to-
slider right down the middle, I think.
But I think this leaves it up to Alcantara to get through the seventh inning. We'll see what he can do, because it is Grandal, Seager, and Martinez who have done damage both in the past and
He went
I believe
chasing
in
for
this
that
game.
fastball. So Alcantara gets set the 1-2 on the way to Grandal. And he fouls that sinker off. Stays alive.
I have noticed that Alcantara has not had much of a speed difference in his pitches, as that pitch is going to get fouled
Oh,
off.
he hung that one.
He's still keeping that sinker at 96, sliders around the 90s. He hasn't had speed fall off. He's just had a couple points where you can see his control is a bit off.
Yeah.
Oh,
Swing and a miss on the slider. And a big celebration on the mound for Alcantara there. Only his fourth strikeout of the game, but he's still in it while Clevenger sits on the bench hoping that the White Sox can tie this up. But anyways, another power bat here. Corey Seager up to hit 0 for 2 today. Then absolutely fooled by what Alcantara has been throwing as he takes the slider inside for strike one.
And Seager's the type of guy who gets a hit most rotations of the batting order. The fact that Alcantara has been able to put him down, this is really important too, as you see the pitch count there for Alcantara, because this might be the last time we see Grandal, Seager, or Vladimir Guerrero, should they be able to sit people down really fast in the 8th
Oh, he
and the
went
9th.
chasing for that.
So, as he did chase that one, now in an 0-2 count. So, this is a real big moment. He can set these guys down. They might not be able to come back up again in the order.
Seager drives
ball's
that
gonna get
one into the
popped.
opposite field. That'll get down for extra bases. And Seager's going to get up to second. The tying run in scoring position as JD Martinez, I believe, is going to be coming up.
And you said that the shift worked both ways. That time they shifted to try and get Seager out. They shifted the outfield too, and there was no one there to catch the slicing ball down the third base line. So,
And
there
Mike
it is.
Matheny.
They're not even giving this. Yep.
He's heading to the bullpen a bit earlier than he probably wanted to, but a great outing here from Alcantara. He's hoping that the bullpen can do their job. Royals lead it 2-1, but the tying run is at second. So coming out of the bullpen is Eric Swanson. And you see his numbers. Bullpen's pretty solid for KC, right, Eddie?
Oh, yep, absolutely. But I am surprised he didn't go to Wells or Kelly. They have, I guess, the bullpen. They could put Wells or Kelly in 7th and 8th and then have Blyer in the 9th. So maybe they're planning not to use Blyer. Either that, or they're trying to save some of their better relievers, possibly for what they imagine might be the ALDS whenever they might occur, keep people fresh. Eric Swanson
Or
is
could
certainly a choice, but again, he's done great. Great whip, great war for someone in the bullpen, and certainly someone who can take a bite out of these batters with Martinez and Duvall. Oh,
And he
chopped the
grounds that one
chopped
up the middle, playable for Swanson, and he'll get the second out. But now Seager is 90 feet away from home, and as we saw with KC in the top of the inning, just a simple bloop hit will get him home.
This is really a breakout year for Swanson too. Definitely a given a lot more chances than he has delivered in terms of production on the mound. So, but yeah, up against the best hitter for the White Sox all game.
Duvall looking for his second RBI of the game as he takes that pitch up high for ball one. Solo home run that gave the White Sox the lead, but then they immediately blew it to KC. Now they're looking to respond as he drives that one in the left field. Back at the wall. Looks like it'll be stays
he
in the
robbed him.
park. He robbed him, and the inning is over. KC is going to hang on to their lead thanks to a home run robbery, and we'll head to the top of the eighth. Here's Robert Stevenson coming out of the pen, and he's had a pretty solid season, all things considered, for relievers. He's looking to keep it a one-run game for the White Sox, as Altuve coming up to hit 0 for 3 tonight.
Not been a day for Altuve, but he can thank his stars that a lot of the guys around him have been producing. Because again, the Royals walk in with a 2-1 lead and really could have been 3-2 if it hadn't been for Joey Gallo. That ball maybe would have been off the wall, maybe would have hit the gate, which would have been a home run, but no matter where it was going to go, Joey Gallo made sure that didn't happen. And so KC is going to be able to try and put up some insurance runs here in the top of the eighth. Altuve, Gallo, and Belt. Very strong port of the lineup.
Yeah.
This is an interesting guy to put in that case. He's sort of, the middle in terms of production on the reliever side. So really an interesting choice. But he's definitely a clutch, as you can see, his record 5-3. As that ball's going to be grounded right to Edman. For the Vladdy, out one.
So he gets out number one of the inning on a ground out to Tommy Edman. As here is Joey Gallo, who just robbed a home run from who was it?
It was Duvall. Duvall had his chance for a second home run ball, but
yeah, and giving the White Sox the lead, but Gallo reached and made the catch. But now he's down 0-1 in the count, and he's also the reason this game is tied thanks to a sac fly where Kyle Lewis got home.
He's certainly made himself, talk about it again. We talked about it with Duvall adding below the Mendoza line and having an effect on this game. And then you look at Gallo doing the exact same thing. It's really these moments where you see what players' mentality comes down to when there's playoff spot, pennant, titles on the line. What can someone do against all that pressure? And that makes a diamond in the end. And we will see at the end of this who, I guess, shines the brightest. Gallo absolutely wings up at.
But yeah, like you were saying, this is where we see the role players make their impact, make their payday, I guess you could say, as Gallo swung at that pitch. 2 outs, as Brandon Belt comes up to hit. 1 for 3 today with a single, I believe. Or no, was it a double?
It was the double.
Yeah, it was a double. It was a double. He hit the opposite way to beat the shift. And he's looking to do that again, as he's ahead in the count. 1-0. Now 2-0 with the curveball missing outside. Here's the 2-0 on the way. 3-0. On deck is Swanson. There's the 3-0 on the way, and ball 4 pitch walk. Perhaps he didn't want to face the lefty,
The shortstop.
and now he faces Dansby Swanson, so he had a single in the
Belt
fifth
isn't
inning.
Belt isn't the fastest either, so Stevenson might be looking for a ground ball here.
Yeah, that too. Maybe a pickoff. You never know.
And
Let's
I
see,
don't
here's the
know.
pitch to Swanson.
I guess the idea of not using the intentional walk there is also just we'll get him to chase, but it's not that big of a deal if he gets on base. So
Yeah,
interesting strategy there to Stevenson and Grandal. We'll see if it works. However, he has missed 2 straight pitches now, and that
that's
makes
6
what
straight
6
balls for him.
straight. Yep. And he almost goes
And
7 as that
Swanson
ball is
almost, once again,
that
almost
one.
drove one out. So here's the 2-1 on the way, and
Oh, he
Swanson.
did it again. 2
man,
straight,
he is.
straight fastballs, and Swanson can't get a hold of either of them. That's just playing with your food at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good sign for Swanson, but he's got to catch up to those pitches if he wants to crush them as he fouls
Ooh.
off the curveball somehow.
Fastball,
Definitely.
curveball, and he managed to
Yeah,
get
that's
a
some
piece.
good
So now
pitch selection.
Stevenson has to look for something else to get him. I don't think the curveball is going to get him the second time. Sorry,
Ooh.
fastball again.
Fastball inside.
2 count. What do you got?
Let's see, the 2-2 pitch on the way. And another foul ball. He's battling. They're both battling.
This is scary too because, I mean, you got to, in my mind, you got to push the outfielders back because if Swanson gets a hold of one, you know Belt's running. If
And
Belt
another
is
foul
running
ball.
and that ball lands near the wall,
8 pitch at bat.
crowd waits with bated breath. 2-2. Oh,
Swing and a
he
miss.
went. He put it at 97. That was as fastest fastball he had in that at bat. That sat him down.
White Sox will have another chance to tie up this game in the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 KC with the lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
New pitcher on the mound, Tyler Wells.
Number 68.
And looks like he's been
Well,
another pretty solid bullpen piece for this KC team.
He's an interesting name too because usually it's him or Joe Kelly that usually get the 8th inning here, but Kelly has been significantly better in terms of ERA, WHI, WHIP, better WAR score, just general. If you look at statistics, better overall. You see him still warming up there with Richard Blyer. So this is an
That's the
interesting
closer for
choice. I
KC.
guess it's to save Kelly.
Save
Or
Kelly for
maybe
the
the
ALDS, possibly.
Possibly.
Whoa, that was
Oh,
way
goodness, well.
not even close.
Oh.
I love the glasses.
Albeit, something to say about Wells. This is his first, only his second year in the league. Last year he was, very good, had some good appearances for the Orioles. This year has been I'd say a bit of a downgrade, but he has improved a lot of his stats. So, I don't know, definitely a guy worth
That one right down the
using.
middle. Candelario was
3-1.
taking all the way there. 3-1 pitch as he grounds that one foul. It's going to be a full count.
Look
Yeah,
at it
Wells
now, but
definitely
yes,
did.
Wells gets a 1-2-3 inning here. We're looking at Edmund, Vladdy,
Oh,
and
and he
Grandal,
walked him.
bottom of the ninth. He walked him, okay.
Tying run is on.
leading off.
And it's
Yeah,
David
as I was-
Peralta. Oh, Tyler Wade, they're going to put a pinch
They're
runner
going to
in.
put in a pinch run at Tyler Wade.
He's certainly
Definitely
fast.
an interesting move there.
Yeah, he's definitely their pinch runner in this situation, though. There's a reason he hasn't gotten an at-bat all year.
Peralta looking to
There's a
bunt down the
moving
line.
ball
A
right to
great
the
bunt.
baseman.
And
Oh,
they barely got him. But the tying run is now at second. That was a beautiful bunt by David Peralta. Got a little bit
That
of
was-
small ball going on.
absolutely.
to
He
see it.
almost beat him out, too.
Yeah.
Peralta, no stolen bases this year. Maybe he hasn't even gotten an attempt, and now it's up to Miles Straw and possibly Tommy Edmond, likely Tommy Edmond, try and drive in a tying run here before they go to the ninth.
And yeah, David Peralta is also one of those older guys. He's currently 34.
He liked that one out too. He
Yeah.
was putting everything in there to try and get him, and I mean it worked. They
Had it.
they had to move to the out at first quickly. No chance to look at second.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
let the
great
winning
effort
run
there.
get on.
Oh, one to Miles
Oh.
Straws. He swings and misses at the changeup. That was a nice pitch there. And almost picked him off.
Wade is leading. They're definitely letting. Wade might be waved around. Wade might be told to run even if that ball's up in the air. Assuming, and as swing through that
Goodness.
one that dropped.
That was That was an ugly swing there by Miles Straw.
Absolutely. Can't get much worse than that.
Here's the
But
next
that's a
pitch.
low
He takes
curveball.
that one low. So it's an even count. Straw trying to get in the tying run as it's
down the
grounded
middle.
up the middle.
Oh, he got it.
Oh, what a play by Altuve.
That
I
looks
thought
like,
that
yeah, no,
slipped
that
through.
one looked like it was going right down the middle. And yeah,
Yeah.
Altuve ranges over, makes it, stays on his feet, and throws him out.
Some great defense there by the second baseman. So Tommy Edman will be coming up and we'll be trying to get the tying run home. We'll see if the White Sox can do it this time, as well as looks back at third. Now he kicks and deals right in front of the plate, and that'll end the inning. And the White Sox once again leave another runner in scoring position. KC hanging on to their lead by just a smidge. We head to the ninth inning.
Your attention, please. A defensive change.
So defensive replacement Tyler Wade now playing third base. I believe that's the only defensive change, as we got a new pitcher on the mound again. Bobby Hanna.
Number 8. Bobby.
Definitely a very,
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the more score on him, definitely the best name outside of the closer for the Sox. Also a left-handed
Yeah.
pitcher. We'll certainly be looking to try and get out. It's Smith, Ruthman, and Estrada. If they're trusting him to put down Ruthman, Smith and Estrada might be a bit, might say a bit easier, but then again, they are also left-handers. Well, be a lefty, a righty, and then a righty. We will
Yeah, I'm not sure
see.
why La Russa brought out a righty to face a couple lefties here, as Smith just barely missed that one. 2-1 the count now.
New choice. We'll have to see if it pays off.
So here's the 2-1 on the way. Swing. He went.
Beautiful.
Now
placement.
even the count. That was a beautiful pitch there. As Grindal sets, Hanna sets, and that's driven. That should
gonna
be
get there.
playable. It stays in play, and that's the first out of the inning.
Duval ranged over. That ball hung for a really long time too. So
Yeah, it did.
good job by Duval to get there, and that leaves it Adley, the rookie.
Adley Rutschman,
boy,
the
you-
reason why KC has the lead. That's a
Towels are
double.
waving. The White Sox are certainly trying to get it, as we see Paulo Espino. He's the
Elvis
technically he started a couple games, so he could be a surprise move should we get to the 10th.
Swingman. Definitely
Oh, yeah.
swingman. As the Southsiders trying to will their team to victory, waving their towels, cheering them on. The 0-2 or the 2-0 on the way, 3-0.
No, I've been to a lot of close games, Anthony, and I can tell you, there's still just like a pop of tension in their voices as they scream out. This is not desperation. That was a really close fastball on the top side of the strike zone, but you can definitely hear that this is as much hope as they can get out of themselves. The moment as
Richmond.
that one looked
Barely missed
like
that one. Yeah, that was possibly a bomb.
we got a hold of it though.
3-2 on the way as he drives
did
that one
Rushman
into the
press
opposite
another
field.
one?
That'll
Nope.
be foul.
Full count. Sox fans on their feet. Trying to do anything they can to the rookie. Try and get him to swing at something. Full count pitch.
Strike 3 called. What a pitch. Hitting the
Holy
outside of the zone. 2 outs.
Now batting, third base,
That
Tyro
was
Estrada.
perfect. We couldn't have asked for a better placed pitch right there. Just a little bit off the zone, just a little bit on the plate. Rushman
So
had no
here's
chance if he
Tyro
wasn't
Estrada
swinging.
as he grounds that one to
Right
first.
first baseman.
Guerrero's got it. That'll end the inning. Last chance for the White Sox in this game as we head to the bottom of the ninth. Guerrero, Grandal, Seager, the best hitters on the team looking to come in clutch. Here's the closer for KC, Richard Blyer, getting ready for a save opportunity. Guerrero, 0 for 3 today.
The first baseman,
Could have
He's
asked
looking-
for, I think, a better ending to this. The three best
Yeah,
hitters,
100%.
AL batting title winner, AL MVP, going up against the Royals closer. Down a run, they need something. The second pitch,
As Guerrero
grounded up the
grounds that
middle.
one up
Second
the middle.
baseman was Altuve
Jose
was shifted, and that's
Shifted the right way, 1 out.
that'll bring Grandal up to the plate as Guerrero goes a possible 0 for 4 in a wild card game. Bit of a surprise
definitely
out of the world of the AL
not-
MVP this year.
Definitely not what you want to see. As here is Grandal, 0 for 2 today. I believe he's had a couple walks though. So here's the pitch, and that was slider inside.
Byer's an interesting guy, left-hander. Had a interesting ERA as that one's fouled off. He's only been given 60 2/3 innings, but he's made 51 save opportunities out of it. Certainly a
So, yeah,
very
he's-
good guy to go to.
Very good guy to go to. The 1-1 on the way, grounded foul.
That one,
Circle changeup. Doing its
you can start to hear the air coming out of this stadium like a balloon. They're getting to their feet, but I think they know. They've got it. Grandal's got to get something here. Fouls it off though.
barely fouled that one off. He stays alive in the at-bat. Yeah, Grandal's got to get something here. Got to get on base and hope that Seager can drive him in. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Popped up. Rutschman looking for it, and he'll make the catch. And the Royals are 1 out away from moving on to the ALDS. Seager is the White Sox's last hope.
The AL batting champion, one of, you could say, the best players in the AL, has to somehow play here. He's got Martinez and Duvall behind him. They've done pretty good today. First pitch sinker. Blyer is just, I don't want to say he's painting it, but Blyer is definitely getting them to chop these balls around and certainly helping.
Seager's a former
That's
World Series MVP, so he's been clutch as it's a 1-1 count. He has a double tonight. Looking to keep the season alive for the White Sox as that's a fly ball
that might
into
have-
center.
no.
Lewis is underneath it, and the Royals are heading to the ALDS. They win the wild card game 2-1, and they will be facing the Seattle Mariners. And the White Sox season is over.
And after a very close race for the last spot in the AL wildcard, going down to the last day of the series, the Royals survive. They survive a very strong White Sox team, and we will see them in Seattle for ALDS Game 1 in a couple of days.
Final score 2-1. Alcantara, the winning pitcher. Buchter, the loser. As they celebrate on the field. Fantastic victory. Great pitching from these Royals. As pretty much the White Sox couldn't get a hit off of them. Except for Duvall. But what an absolute pitcher's duel tonight. And we'll see them in